What's up and welcome back. I'm John Starkman, themovieguy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today I'm doing Drugstore June. This is something that Hulu has been pushing on me and pushing on me and pushing on me, and I finally broke. It doesn't have audio description, but I swear to God, every time I've gone down on the app to the movies we think you'll like section, it's like it's been in. It's always like second, third, or fourth down the list. And it's been there for like 2 months. And I can't get rid of it. And I was like, fine, I'm going to watch this movie. Let's see what Drugstore June is, Hulu. I liked it. For the most part. I would say I liked the first two-thirds of it. And then like the last third kind of devolved into that they kind of lost the humor. They tried to normalize her. But anyway, this is not going to be for everybody. This film is also unrated, which I don't know. I don't even conceptually like why. There's nothing in here to like not rate. Like, why are you unrated? Like, this is so weird. Just get a rating. Um, but in the supporting cast, I didn't recognize the lead. I actually was hoping it was Annie Murphy from Schitt's Creek because it felt like that. To me, without audio description, I have no idea what the girl looks like, but it felt like her character from Schitt's Creek. So I was like, man, if this is an Annie Murphy movie and she's just doing this again, that would be great. It's not. But we do have Beverly D'Angelo, who I recognize her voice, and then also apparently Haley Joel Osment and James Remar are in this as well. So, the main girl, June, played by an actress I don't know, is oh my God, obnoxious, but hilariously obnoxious in all of the best ways. And she had me cracking up. She says some of the dumbest shit, and I love it. She has the weirdest relationships with food. Like her mom has to like sneak food in and put it like under the bathroom sink so that nobody knows that she has a thing with like gluten. She hides food. I have a feeling she has a weight problem, but at the same time, it's hard to tell because there's no audio description. I have no idea what this girl looks like. But there are so many jokes about ice cream. Like she comes in one day and like the store was broken into and all the ice cream melted and she was really sad that the ice cream melted. She's like, oh my God, who would do that? And then we found out also that she was fired from another job and she took the, and when she was let go, the manager said, you can take home some ice cream. And then she goes back and the manager's mad at her. And she's like, you owe me $200. And she's like, for what? And she's like, you know for what? And she's like, you told me I could take home some ice cream. Bitch, I didn't tell you to take home 15 gallons of ice cream. What do you even do with 15 gallons of ice cream? And she's like, you told me to take home some ice cream. I took home some ice cream. I mean, she did. So, she has all these great lines that are she's such a pain in the ass, and I love it. Um, she works in a drugstore, and her boss is sort of like reprimanding her or whatever, and for like prescribing things to people. And there's an interaction with this woman, and she's trying to ask for like um, the the side effects for her drug or whatever. She's like, because my little Jimmy's tummy is very sensitive, and you know, uh, we don't want to, And she's like, and then she's like, if you could save talk like that, if you could say private talk like that outside, because for some of us who lean towards constipation, that could be triggering. And just, um, but the film loses its charm in the third act when it tries to make her like some sort of like legitimately not crazy person who's like investigating this crime of like who broke into her drugstore. So like I liked the first two-thirds of it because everything she was saying was stupid and funny, and she reminded me of like one of one of those characters that you would have gotten back in the day, sort of like a Pauly Shore, where like everything he's saying is really stupid, but it's also really funny. And then when they started kind of normalizing her, it didn't really work. Like, I didn't want her to be normalized. I didn't want her to have like a plot. I didn't want people to find her normal. I like that everybody looked at her like, "Oh my God, who is this?" You know? Um, I like the fact that she stood out and that she was an oddity. I didn't need anybody to relate to her. So, unfortunately, it doesn't have audio description, so I never knew where anybody was. Like, for example, I don't know if she has a weight problem. There's some comments that hint at that she might have a weight problem, and there are also maybe she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to tell. But I would have loved to know more about this movie, her, the setting, and everything. Uh, in general, as far as like movies, this wouldn't be in my top anyway. This isn't one of those few movies I watched in 2020, like of 2024 movies that I watched that I feel like would be close to my top 10 or top 20 or whatever if it had audio description. But it is a movie that, I feel like the grade would be solidly pretty high. Yeah, I just didn't like the third act, just didn't work for me. I felt like it was losing its steam, it was losing its fire, it was losing its punch. Her one-liners weren't as hard-hitting, as quick. Um, she was turning into more of a detective, and I didn't need her to be normalized. I really just wanted her to continue to be her. I thought, here's this unicorn in the world, and it should make for a great show. Just like this character, this actress did a great job. I don't know who you are, but fantastic job. If you could just do the first two-thirds of the movie as a character in a sitcom, I think people would watch it. But so I would say you could probably watch Drugstore June and just for like a little while, just to get like just to get some of the jokes because she's wild, man. Um, and I just like the script is smart. And, like the first half, you start off and you're like, wow, that's really fun line. And she delivers everything really well. So I enjoyed it to a point, and then it kind of dropped off for me. So, as a floating grade, probably like a B, could go up to a B plus, maybe down to a B minus, but I'm giving this unwatchable due to lack of audio description. There you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys on the other side. I need audio description.